he is using his platform to talk about even another political party. Hi guys, it's Lela Mutamz, also known as Gela Wapazed, Umwanakashi Wapazambia. If you're new to my YouTube channel, please subscribe so that you don't miss out each time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for more than 25,800 subscribers. I am so grateful for you guys following me on my YouTube channel and listening to what I have to say, for your time, for taking your time, and I'm really getting real views and I'm so blessed to have you guys. So today, another interesting video following from the whole series of Seer 1 and also talking about Apostle Sunday. Yesterday's upload was about Apostle Sunday, Sinyangwe, and I was just basically reacting to his video where he took a whole sermon. The video is actually longer than that, but I just took a small bit of it just to show you guys what he was talking about during church service. And the response has been positive on the other side, whilst some other people have responded negatively. I've received calls from people who are so-called sons of Apostle Sinyangwe trying to defend their state of affairs. And I was like, I am still standing by what I have seen. I've never really followed Apostle Sunday Sinyangwe. That's just the truth. I even said it even in the video. And I said the main thing that I know about him is that he always hosts an event called Standing in the Gap. Standing in the Gap is a prayer meeting that he holds. I talked about it and I said he always prays for Zambia. And my reaction was just that, why would he focus on Seer 1 when Seer 1 did not attack him, did not mention his name, but he was offended by Seer 1's statement and he said whatever he had to say. For those of you who have not yet watched the video, I am going to link it down below. You know, in reading the comments, that's why I always love to read all the comments that people, talk about on my videos. A few have responded in a negative way. Some have said I am supporting Seer 1, which I don't even understand where that thing is coming from. Others have said that I am blind, I have not followed the truth. I'm just trying to say things out of the blues. That's just a summary, guys. You can read the comments. Some were very harsh, but my response to all of you is that I still stand by what I say, to say Apostle Sunday Sinyangwe should use his influential platform to preach the gospel of unity. When I said that, I didn't say he doesn't pray for Zambia. When I said ritual killings, I didn't say he has never prayed. I just said he should use his influential platform to pray for Zambia. I know he already prays for Zambia. So when people were trying to attack me saying, oh, he's dedicated most of the days, Fridays, praying for the ritual killings, that's why I said he should focus on the Standing in the Gap where he prays for Zambia. Okay? Now, another interesting thing popped up. You see, for me, I just had this feeling that Apostle Sunday Sinyangwe is somebody who has something deeper than just coming out and say Seer 1, whether they took juju from you or not, tabafwe. For those of you who don't understand what he meant, he said they will not die. Whether the politicians took juju from you or not, they will not die. Why would a man of God be so much into what's happening in politics when the whole aspect of Seer 1 was about politicians collecting power? And then I discovered a video of Apostle Sinyangwe and I was shocked. Really shocked. Before I say anything, watch this video and then I'll make my commentary.
Don't dare me with your gather. If you try that and you try and touch me in any way, my God will touch you. Not only that, even if I go, the land will never accept you. Mr. HH with your leaders, we beg you by the mercies of the Lord, go before God and ask for mercy for what you did on Friday. I decree from this altar, let me stand right here. I make a decree from this altar. If you don't reverse what you did on Friday, you never enter State House. Your party will be rejected. You will never sit on the throne. I break that spirit of death that was released over the nation. I destroy it in the name of Jesus. I destroy it in the name of Jesus. And all those who are behind the killing of that young man, may the land of Zambia begin to fight.
You've just seen the video. Just like you, I was shocked that a whole man of God would stand on his pulpit and declare that HH, who is a president of the opposition party, will never be president of Zambia because he has decreed and declared. For where? And then I knew that Apostle Sinyangwe is on an agenda. And I believe he is a silent cadre that is supporting the current government in order to influence his members to say HH is a Satanist. And there's a list that has also been released. I'm not going to mention the names on that list, but his name appears on that list as the people who started talking about the opposition leader, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, as a Satanist. You see, the way he was so passionate about the whole Seer one was shocking. Why would a man of God be so much interested to protect and defend his the current government and the political leaders and the government, you know? It's because he knows that he stands a chance of getting the brown envelope, like what Seer one has said. You see, Seer one knows a lot of things. That man was living in Zambia for 7 years and is well connected. He can't just be bluffing. He is saying things that he has seen himself. That was my reaction. My reaction was, why would this man be so much bothered about Seer one? Until I watched this video and I was dumbfounded. I was in shock. I just looked at him preach on his pulpit, declaring HH as a Satanist. Man of God, being involved in politics, standing on the pulpit, so that the whole Zambia who will watch will condemn HH as being a Satanist. So that HH should never stand a chance of being a president of Zambia. In all fairness, is that what spiritual leaders do? Now, I came across a post by Dr. Mumba, who is an inspirational preacher of Zambia. He's been preaching for many years, 44 years. He's bigger than Apostle Sinyangwe. Apostle Sinyangwe was still a baby then when he started his ministry. Apostle Sinyangwe was under Bishop Malenga, where he left Bishop Malenga by arguing with him and started his own church. You can see he has a pattern of just being angry. He has a temper. Yeah, so he left Bishop Malenga's church and started his own church, Shalom Embassy, where he uses that Shalom Embassy to talk about things that will influence people because he has an influential platform. That is why I was saying he has an influential platform. Why doesn't he use it to preach unity and not disunity? I was just speaking, obviously from the Spirit, not knowing that he had even talked about HH. When I discovered the video, I was like, okay, so he talked about a lot of things in that video as you've watched, and that video was done in October last year. That video was shot in October last year. Then I was in Zambia, and because I don't pay attention to him, I didn't even know it had gone viral. I didn't even know all these things until I discovered this video only yesterday. And my eyes were opened to why this man is so passionate about slandering Seer one, and why Kings also will say Seer one is being sent by HH. This political party is trying to show everybody that Seer one is being sent by HH, and HH has got nothing to do with Seer one. If you say HH is a Satanist, why would you go to Seer one who says he's a man of God? Okay, so now Dr. Mumba, according to what he has said, I was so happy. I was like, okay, so somebody is thinking like I'm thinking. And because of the position of this man and how I respect him, I had to talk about his statement. And according to him, Seer 1 has been used by God to discipline the church. Dr. Nevers Mumba, why am I smiling? Because he made my day when I saw the statement yesterday. I was just smiling. I said, yes. Even though he is a political leader, he's a president of the Movement of Multi-Party Democracy, MMD, which was run by Dr. Frederick Chiluba, our late former president. For those of you who may just want a brief history about him, that's who he is. He is the president of that political party. Now, he said, we who don't use any spiritual powers, we are not affected by Seer 1's statement. But God can use anybody to bring the church to order. That is what I was saying all along. To say Seer 1 is just exposing the dark world. And this is a man who's been a preacher for 44 years. He comes out to say, we need to search our hearts. We need to look at ourselves as leaders and Christians. Are we living a rightful lifestyle? There's too much hypocrisy in the church. That was his statement. The whole statement is so long, but in summary, he was talking about how much there's too much hypocrisy, and those leaders that use magical powers in order for them to win elections, they've been exposed, and in 2021, it will not happen. That's what a man of God does. He has looked at Seer 1's exposure and said, I am a party leader as well. I have a church as well. He's standing in between. He's got both a church and a party. But he says, no, Seer 1 has been used by God to rebuke the church. Can somebody take me to church? This man has just said what I have been saying all along. I salute you, sir. You are amazing. So he further adds that we are looking at the wrong thing and targeting Seer 1, when we should be looking at our hearts as Christians, when we should be searching at what we are doing. Are we living a righteous path? Are we an example to the world? That's just my summary and how I understood what he said. So, Seer 1, his battle has been with politicians, not the church. Somebody said yesterday, but Seer 1 was insulting men of God. He insulted the men of God that collect brown envelope. That is what he said. If you know you don't collect brown envelope from any political party, will you be affected? No. It's only people who know, if I don't talk about this in my church, I will lose out on the brown envelope. They are the ones who will use their pulpits to talk about politics. Politics and church are two different things. That is why I even said about kings, to say, kings, if you want to go and minister, don't say you're going to use the platform of political campaigns as your means of ministering the gospel. No. You use your own platform as a Christian to expose what needs to be exposed to show people that God is real. With so much poverty in Zambia and youth unemployment, as a clergyman, be focused on helping the youth of Zambia through your influential platform and not fighting politicians and preachers. Use that platform to even influence government. Since you can use your platform to talk about HH and other people, talk about the youth. Talk about how you want the government to help the youth. That's even better than you always trying to fight people because you want people to side with the current government. It's unfair. It's unfair for you to use your platform as a man of God for people to side with you in terms of politics. Because for you to tell people that HH is a Satanist, it means you want people to consider only PF. Dr. Nevers Mumba used to hold huge events called Zambia Shall Be Saved. He would bring international preachers from all over the world. And therefore, when he speaks, especially when it comes to spiritual matters, he's like the father of Zambia. When it comes to, spiritual matters, he even influenced our late President Frederick Chiluba to be a born-again Christian. And from then on, our president declared Zambia as a Christian nation. This is a clergyman that has had influence for decades, 44 years. And then he stands there and he says, no, Seer has been sent by God. God can use anybody to discipline the church. Now that's wisdom. That's wisdom. Not on your pulpit. Shut up, man of God. For you to talk about HH in that manner, it simply means you want people to vote for PF in 2021. Yeah, because you've said that Zambia will never be ruled by a Satanist. You were there. He told you he's a Satanist. You have witnessed him do Satanism. Man of God, why? Why are you judging someone? If someone who even goes to church, he goes to SDA. Whether he's a Satanist or not, the fact is you are not in any position as a man of God to judge anyone who is a political leader. 1. Number 2, you need guidance. You cannot be abusing your position for your own gain. Because what you're doing is your own gain. That is what he's doing, guys. He's doing all these things for his own gain. He has been sent. Use your platform. People will believe you when you call this man a Satanist. So now I see why all these cadres are saying Seer has been sent by the opposition. You too, you are a cadre. You eat from the people that give you brown envelope. Abi. And my final thought is that, Apostle Sinyangwe, are you sure that politicians want to stop to collect power? Power is sweet. So I don't think just because you said we will pray for them and they will not die, that they will not go and collect power elsewhere. They will look for elsewhere where to collect power. So you, sir, should completely not even associate your life with politics. And that is why your name is coming up as a political cadre, as somebody that is sidelining HH and his political party, UPND, and putting PF forward. Look at the declaration you made, that even if you die, the land of Zambia will never be ruled by HH. Waiting. Man of God, with so much passion and anger. And people even follow such type of statements and they'll say, yes, our father has spoken. Your father is getting brown envelope. That is why he is concerned. So guys, you said your father is always doing the prayers, but meanwhile, he is using his platform to talk about even another political party. Just because there was a death somewhere of a cadre, PF cadre, who fought UPND cadre. You know, when cadres are fighting each other, cadres are people who campaign for politicians. And you, Apostle Sinyangwe, come on stage and say HH will never be a president because he's a Satanist. Don't use your platform to lie, because that is a lie. As long as God has spoken, whosoever he wants to be a leader will be a leader. And leadership does not come from you, a pastor. It comes from God. When God says this person will be the leader of Zambia, this person will be a leader of Zambia. And remember, I am not politically involved. I've never voted for PF. I've never voted for HH. I'm just a neutral person. So now soon you will hear that, HH is using that girl in UK to talk about PF. No, I'm just saying as it is. Thank God Seer exposed the truth. And thank God Dr. Nevers Mumba has come out to say, this is God using this young man to discipline the church. That is where I have been focused on. but people think I am siding Sinyangwe. No. With that, guys, thanks for watching my YouTube channel. It's a girl, Mutamz, also known as Gelo Z. See you on my next video.